Hey, welcome everybody. This is Lee Allen with IML TV and the Web Analyzer. I am going to show you a strategy that I've been working on for about the past month. And let me just make sure I have everything pulled up. Yes, got it. All right, so what I want to show you is a new strategy that I've been working on. If you've been playing around in the settings, you may have already seen that there is a Lee Allen's money flow strategy. Now, right now it says crypto, but FX is going to be added to that because this particular strategy works for both FX and crypto, just like prior strategies. Okay, so we're going to click on that. If you're on a mobile, you want to click Save for Mobile. Make sure your cha-ching is on when you're at the computer, and then you always want to save settings and reload. Once you've done that, you're going to get the three indicators here that we use. Money flow, the Mfi indicator is the most important one. So I'm going to go ahead and show you, just in case you need to format, what the format is. Here's your inputs. Length is 8. And then make sure you always save as default and hit OK. Once you've done it on your computer, you shouldn't have to do it again. On the mobile devices, I don't believe it will save it. So if you're having an issue with that, I don't believe, you can check with Stephen Hooley, but I don't believe that the money flow, I don't believe that the indicator settings will save on a mobile device, and I'm not sure about tablets. All right, so let me go ahead and show you on the RSI. It's 8 and close. Save it as default. Okay. And then one of the things as well that I want to show you is, just in case you're using the BRS strategy by Kenny Dorchain, the RSI 8 will work just as well. It really doesn't make much of a difference. So if you want to switch it, you can. And then because the only difference as far as these indicators right here go is that with the money flow and the BRS. All right, and then Stochastic 1033. And many of you guys have asked, how do I get rid of that red line? Because with this and with the BRS, we don't do the cross. So all you have to do is click on the D and then uncheck the D. And then as you can see, it disappears. Again, here's the 1033. Save as default and OK. All right, so now we have all of our settings here, and let's see, what else do we need? I believe that's all we need. Didn't mean for that to happen. Let me close that. There we go. All right, so here's what we want to do. I'm going to take the last cha-ching that we got in the web analyzer, and as you can see, it's EUR GBP, and it was on the M5. Now, with the money flow, I use it on the 15. So it doesn't matter what it's called on here, you're going to want to switch it to the 15. And then the first thing that I'm going to be looking for is, has the money flow indicator gone below the 20? So let's just take a look here. We're wanting to know if money flow has gone below the 20. The answer here is yes. Now, in this case, it's been quite a few candles back. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 hour, almost over 2 hours ago. So for me, that's just not recent enough for me. Had we been right here, maybe just a few candles away, then I would still take this as a potential setup. But since it was so far back here, then this does not apply. I'm going to go ahead and show you the rest of my checklist, and then we'll go forward. All right, the second thing I want to do is RSI below. You know, right now we're looking for a buy. And so we want to know, is the money flow below? Is the RSI below? And then lastly, let me see if I can make some more room on my screen for Stochastic to show. See if I can get that one to show. Come on, Stochastic. Oh, this is in the way, isn't it? Let's get that out of the way. All right, so here's the Stochastic. And as we can see, Stochastic had also gone below the 20. All right, so that was some really good signs. That was a good confirmation signal for us back here for a buy. Now, the next thing that we want to look at is the money flow looking up. So let's go ahead and take a look. And let's go ahead and say that we're looking, well, we'll just look here. Is money flow looking up? The answer to this is yes. So then we want to check RSI. Is RSI looking up? The answer is yes. My little pitiful little arrow right here. Oh, right here. That's a pitiful little arrow. Okay. And then lastly, we want to look at the Stochastic. Is the Stochastic looking up? And as we can see here, no, it is not. It is looking down. Okay, so for that, we would do what? Wait. That simple. All we have to do is wait. All right, let me clear my screen so we can take another look here. Okay, so let's go ahead and say, for instance, on this one, we would be waiting for the Stochastic to look up. Now, in this case, guys, this is already getting up near the overbought area, so I wouldn't even consider this trade. And as we can see here, there's this big push to the downside, and it looks to me like that there's some momentum here, because here we were in the oversold, and then look what the market's done. We've got divergence here. So the market, why is that doing that? So we started out here, and then the market has now made its way 32 pips to the downside, but money flow is still looking up, right? Everybody know what that is? I don't specifically, let me go ahead and just show you right here. From here to here is the market. But in the same space from here to here is money flow. So divergence is a good sign. Just that I just want you guys to notice that this happens. I don't necessarily look for divergence for this particular strategy, so you don't have to wait on divergence, but I do want to show you that we are having divergence here. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and continue. In this case, I'm going to pass on this trade for the moment, and I'm going to go to the prior signal on your CAD. Let's take a look. All I want to do right now is go through our steps. And while I'm doing that, let me go ahead and post a, let me post this up there for you. This is the money flow strategy. And here are the parameters set forth right now. And I will let you know that this is for, let me go ahead and type this in there as well. Let's see, maybe I don't have to take another line. Forex and crypto. Now, as far as crypto goes, I only trade pairs. I can put a 20 pip stop loss in. So it's very important to be able to count your pips, and especially with crypto. And so you can make sure that you don't have a spread too high for that stop loss. And we'll talk about that. I'm not going to go over crypto today. exactly in this video, but I will do another video for crypto because I've had major success with this, with crypto on the weekends. Now, I just want to let you know, I'm not a leading crypto trader. I actually prefer Forex. It's an $8 trillion a day market, and I feel like that there is plenty of money to be caught in Forex. But I did test this on my weekends, and it did beautifully. And I was putting each trade in 5 times. So it went really, really well. I was quite surprised and excited at the same time. So anyway, but for Forex, it works equally as well. And so that's what I'll be teaching on today. And that's absolutely what most of us will be using it for. Okay, so here we are with your CAD. It was on the M5, so I'm going to switch to the 15. Now, obviously, these trades are well past, this one passed 49 minutes ago. All I'm doing is using some of these to just teach you how to decide whether or not they pass the money flow strategy. So if you guys, I don't know if I said this or not, if you haven't done it already, go ahead and take a snapshot. Take a picture of the screen so that you can have the setup, strategy setup. All right, we're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so again, I'm looking for when a potential signal or trade is called, then immediately what I'm looking for is the money flow above the 80 or below the 20? Is RSI above the 70, below the 30, and stochastic above and below? So as you can see, it does happen on many occasions. It happens, but for me, most importantly are the money flow and the RSI. Stochastic's kind of the cherry on the cake, on the top, what is it, cherry on the ice cream? I think that's what it is. And I've been saying cherry on the cake and I think icing on the ice cream, but you know what I mean. All right. We traded with this last night in our live trading web analyzer live trading session that we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I think we took 5 trades. All 5 trades hit take profit. It was very exciting and fun for everyone. So guys, and also I had someone tell me that they have already, I've been teaching this so that we could have a few people who were already familiar with it. So that way, if you guys started asking questions, then we would have plenty of people to be able to help support those questions. And so we've got people that's already been trading this. I had one yesterday that said they had gotten 18 out of 18 trades hit take profit using money flow. It's a wonderful strategy. I really like it. Now, the reason why I even wanted to go and search for a strategy for the web analyzer like this was because we had so many people asking, why are we taking 5 pips and 20 on the stop loss? Well, you know, we all know that scalping kind of throws some of those rules out the window, and you know, a lot of scalpers will do a 30 pip stop loss even, or none at all. And of course we want to use risk management, so we put in the 20. But the reason why I went with this strategy is because so many times what I do is I get the opportunity. Let's use this right here. The reason why I'm going to use this is because this would have been a great opportunity here to get into this market. So let's just say, for instance, we were watching it and we got into it. Everything was looking up here. The MFI is looking up. The RSI is looking up. The stochastic's looking up. So let's just say we got into it here. What I like to do, because I don't like to stare at my computer and watch the trades so much, is I will look to see how far, what is the distance between the band and the 20 moving average. And as here you can see it's 38 pips. So the reason why I came up with this was because with the money flow, on average, we can get anywhere between 15 and 30 pips for one trade. And if you want to watch your trade, many times you can get even more than that. So what I want to show you is that when I'm ready, let's just say I'm going to go ahead and drop a vertical line because everything was looking up here, here, and here. All right, so it had just had the oversold, and everything is looking up. See over here, this is looking down. That's why I'm switching to this area. Everything's looking up. We waited. MFI is looking up. RSI is looking up. Stochastic's looking up. And so, did I not drop a line? There we go. So everything's looking up. So we would have entered into the trade. This is where, when I'm looking to even consider a trade, first thing I do, check how many pips can I get. All right. Here it says 46, but that's because the band went down a little bit. I need to go to the left, right in here where we were looking. Here we go. Well, anyway, 42. So I look and I say, wow, this is fantastic. So the next thing I'm going to do is I can see I can get, anywhere about 40 pips. Let's just say 40. Let me draw a line. The next thing I'm going to look for, I'm going to look for an area of support or resistance, okay? Right here, I see that the market has a tendency to also bounce right here, okay? So this is, you don't have to draw this line. If you want to just that's just an extra step I take. So if you want to do this, that's fine. If you want to say, hey, I'm going to go for about 30, 35 pips, I always drop it down a few pips because it doesn't always make it right to the 20 moving average. But if you draw some lines, then that helps you know what take profit to put in. Okay, so I back it off a little bit, say, hey, I want 30 pips. Look to the right. Look to the right. Over here, it has the black line that's telling you what your pips are. Or if you draw the line, if you draw your line, you go, look, I'm going to get out right here. Then this is what you're going to put in as your take profit. See that? All right. And of course, I always prefer people to calculate pips. I like for you to be able to calculate them very quickly in your mind. It's easy. You just have to work at it. So now, as you can see here, this line right here, it's part of the 20 moving average for the Bollinger Band. And I don't particularly use Bollinger Band for anything else except for that. I just like to have that in there. Okay? So most of what I'm using are these indicators here. Now, so that's one exit strategy. And as I said before, 20 pip stop loss is what I usually set. So exit strategy number one is draw your line to your 20 moving average. It says right here 39 pips, back it off a few, say 35. Okay, always back it off a few. And I would say, hey, 35 pips. Nice, nice trade. That gives us a good 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio, which is fantastic. All right. That way we're catching more pips than we're risking, and it, so many people at the end of the day were like, oh my gosh, I do great, and then I get one trade and it hits my stop loss and wipes out my profits, and that's a little bummer. So that's why I'm giving you this strategy. All right, so let me go ahead and let's look at another exit strategy. So the other exit strategy that I was telling you guys about was some people, and I've done this on occasion and it's been beautiful. Doesn't happen all the time because let me just show you what it is. Sometimes I will ride the wave. So I'll ride the wave to the overbought. So I'll go from oversold to overbought. But many times, guys, what can happen is even though this is going up, price can come down. And so it's kind of a two-edged sword. So you have to be careful with that. But as long as the price is continuing to go up, then I can ride the wave. Of course, you know, we're going to have this little pullback time and then it might continue up. The opposite, or the other thing that you can do is you can ride it until it turns. You know, you can ride it till it turns. And then you can say, oh, there's my strategy to get out. I think, let me check. Did I say? Okay, yeah, for take profit, you can set a standard 5 pips if you want to, but that wasn't the purpose for this strategy. The purpose was to get more, or use the measuring tool. So that's what I showed you. And you can watch the MFI or RSI and exit when it turns in opposite directions of your trade. And let's see. So basically, these are your exit strategies here. And I do, yeah, I'm not going to put on there, ride it to the other side. I'm not going to put that on there. All right. Let's see. Oh, we just got a, hey, I didn't get it. Oh, I'm on silent. We just got a potential setup on UJ on the M5. So here we are. We're using the money flow strategy. And as you can see here, it shows that I'm using the money flow setup. And what we have here is the RSI is above the 80. For my, I tell you what I'm going to do. I like this a little bit darker. I'm going to make mine a little darker. I like to see it a little better. There we go. Okay. And I didn't save that as default, so I need to save that as default. There we go. That way when I switch pair, it'll still be there for me. All right, so we can see money flow is up, but is money flow looking down for a sell? Let's look. Money flow is still looking up. Money flow uses volume and price, and it's considered like a weighted indicator. It's kind of, to me, I believe that's a little stronger than the RSI. So let's go ahead and watch. Now RSI has gone above and RSI is looking down. So we're good there. Boy, I can't draw a straight line. And then let's look at stochastic. Stochastic has gone above and it's looking down. Very good. So all we're waiting on then is the money flow. So let's go ahead and see how many pips we can get. And instead of measuring from the top of the band, I'm going to measure from where price is, because I'm obviously not getting in up here. So I'm going to measure where price is right now, and to the, it's about 18 pips. So I would maybe take 15 pips. Okay. So I'm going to wait on money flow, because as we can see, there's a strong push to the upside. I'm not sure, there may have been some news, but I'm going to wait on money flow. Click on this again, get rid of my drawings. I'm going to wait on money flow because money flow's also following volume. Because as I said, here we can see a bullish push, and so we want to make sure that that push is over. don't want to jump in and then it continue to the upside. And I'll basically give it, I mean, I'm not going to sit and just stare at it, but I'll give it a few minutes, see what happens. I like to put it up real big like that. That way I can see when that baby drops. Only thing about that, sometimes RSI will start looking up. So either way. While I'm waiting on that, one thing I'm going to show you, here's an, for instance, of riding the wave from a, you know what, it's really not above here, but I'm just going to show you this. All of them had gotten either over or very close. So you can see here. So in this instance, this was in a period of consolidation, which is got to be super careful trading consolidation. I don't really recommend it, but in this period of consolidation, if you had ridden the wave from the top to the bottom, you could have caught not much, but 12 pips. Yeah, about 10, 12 pips. And that's right here in consolidation. I'm just gonna look, let's back test a little bit while we're waiting. I'm gonna look for another wave. Typically also, if I ride the wave, I ride it with RSI. I watch everything, but I like to ride it with RSI. Here we go. Here's one right here. If we would have ridden that wave, we could have taken it for, let's see if we got out right here when it 30 pips. Got out, see, I would probably just get out here at the bottom and not wait on it to pull back because you know it's going to. So let's just see what that wave produced. Yeah, so from here to here, that was 37 pips. And like I said, typically I'll ride the RSI wave because it follows price a little bit more closely. But you can I kind of toggle between the two. But as you can see, I love it when we have confirmation with all three indicators. And I don't check other time frames, guys. I have 3 indicators and I'm not checking other time frames. Okay. And let's see, money flow seems to be looking sideways. And RSI and Stochastic are still looking down. But man, for 9 o'clock in the morning with New York open, this is kind of slow. Now, at this point, I just want to let you know that I would have my phone open. If you trade on your phone, open your phone, have UJ pulled up, have your lot size in, be ready. Don't see the money flow drop and then go, oh, and then go, where's my phone? I got to put this in. I got to open MetaTrader. I got to do this. I got to do that. No, be ready. You've been sitting here all this time waiting. Be prepared. So that way, all you have to do is hit sell. This is market execution, by the way, for those wondering, or instant execution. I think some brokers have instant. So it's market execution, and I'm watching the money flow. Keeping an eye to make sure these don't turn, but I'm watching money flow. Waiting on the money flow. I want it to drop a little bit more than that. I'm waiting on money flow to turn down. Come on. Because what I don't want to see here is a little wave. I don't want a little limp wave at me. I want to see it. Come on. Make your move. And when I get in, since I'm getting in here, I'm going to set my take profit to that 107.18. 107.18. See the black to the right? 107.18. That's about 15, 16 pips. All right, so it's amazing how the market is just stalling. It's not even moving. I don't know. There must be some news coming out. Let me look in here at this and see. Maybe the market's waiting on some news. I am doing this video early in the morning. I did one yesterday, but I wanted to do another one. So in, let's see. We're looking at UJ, and you know, really all we're waiting on, this is low volatility for natural gas. This is low volatility in 5 hours. Oh, that's pound. So really we're good. I don't know what the market's waiting on. I don't see any other. We had some previous negative news here. Negative results. So the market should have already responded to that. That's been almost 2 hours ago. But look at that. Market is just sitting dead still in the water right there. So I think for now, maybe we should just let this little baby ride, and we'll just leave this one alone. Why don't we just do that? I think I see a, oh, it is. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if you guys, I don't think there's anything else that I need to go over with this strategy. Join us every day, twice a day. I live trade with the web analyzer. I go over the BRS strategy and the money flow strategy. That my trading times, I'll put these up here for you. I'll put these on a, how about if I do this? I'll make a new slide and I'll put my trading times here. All right, so we are on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on the web analyzer English channel, Lee Allen, and I'm on at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time, and we live trade and train. And then again at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we live trade. Okay, so that's every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on the Web Analyzer English channel. Come join us. We have a lot of fun. Some days the market's dead in the water. Other days we have a great time, you know. So I hope to see you soon, and happy trading, everybody.